Welcome back to Crypto Intel, the channel where we break down the crypto market with clear analysis, real insights, and the latest developments shaping the future of digital finance. Right now, most of the crypto market is focused on the same things: trending altcoins, fast pumps, short-term opportunities. And in the middle of all this noise, some projects are getting almost completely ignored. HBAR might be one of them. While other coins dominate headlines and social media discussions, Hedera has been moving in a much quieter way. No massive hype, no explosive daily moves, no constant attention. And that raises an important question. Is the market overlooking HBAR right now? Because in crypto, the biggest opportunities often appear when the majority of investors are not paying attention. Today we're going to break everything down. We'll talk about why HBAR is currently under the radar, what's happening behind the scenes, how market attention shifts over time, and whether ignoring Hedera right now could actually be a mistake. And if you enjoy crypto analysis, market insights, and deep dives into promising blockchain projects, make sure to subscribe to Crypto Intel and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. Now let's start with something simple. Why is HBAR being ignored? In crypto markets, attention is everything. Projects that are trending usually get the most capital, the most hype, and the biggest price movements. But attention doesn't stay in one place forever. It moves in cycles. At any given time, the market tends to focus on a specific narrative. Sometimes it's meme coins, sometimes it's AI tokens, sometimes it's layer 1 blockchains. And when a project doesn't fit the current narrative, it often gets overlooked, regardless of its fundamentals. This is where HBAR finds itself right now. Hedera is not built around hype cycles. It is designed as infrastructure, and infrastructure projects often grow quietly. They don't generate constant excitement because their progress is more gradual and long-term. But that doesn't mean nothing is happening. In fact, some of the most important developments in crypto happen during these quiet phases. Let's talk about the fundamentals. Hedera runs on a system called Hashgraph, which is different from traditional blockchain architecture. Instead of grouping transactions into blocks, the network spreads information efficiently across nodes, allowing it to reach consensus quickly. This results in high transaction speed, low fees, fast finality. These features make Hedera particularly attractive for enterprise use cases, and that's where the project becomes interesting. Because while retail investors may not be paying attention, large organizations often think long-term. Hedera is governed by the Hedera Governing Council, which includes companies like Google, IBM, Boeing, LG, Dell, and Deutsche Telekom. This is not typical for most crypto projects. It creates a structure where large organizations are involved in guiding the development of the network. Now, this doesn't mean these companies are fully committed to using Hedera at scale, but it does show that they are exploring its potential. And that matters, because real adoption in crypto will likely come from use cases, not just speculation. Now let's connect this back to price. In crypto markets, attention and price are closely linked. When a project becomes popular, demand increases, and price can move quickly. But before that happens, there is often a period where the project is under the radar. This is sometimes where early positioning happens. Smart investors don't always wait for hype. They often look for projects that are building quietly while the market is distracted. And that brings us back to HBAR. If the market shifts its focus back to infrastructure and real-world adoption, projects like Hedera could start gaining more attention. And when attention returns, price movements can follow. But it's important to stay realistic. HBAR is not the only project competing for that role. Networks like Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, and others are also building infrastructure for the future digital economy. Each has its own ecosystem, developer base, and advantages. There is no guarantee that Hedera will outperform these competitors. However, the combination of strong technology, enterprise-focused design, and structured governance makes it a unique project in the space. In my opinion, HBAR is one of those assets that may not look exciting in the short term, but could become much more relevant over time. And that's exactly why the current lack of attention is interesting. Because in crypto, by the time everyone is talking about something, a large part of the move has already happened. So the real question is not whether HBAR is trending today. The question is, will it be trending later? For now, the project remains under the radar. But if the narrative shifts, that could change quickly. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think HBAR is being ignored? Or do you believe the market is pricing it correctly? And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more crypto analysis, market insights, and deep dives into promising blockchain projects, don't forget to subscribe to Crypto Intel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.